Act as if nothing can stop you. Now that's a powerful idea. Simple, clear, bold. But my friend, it's also a challenge. Because most people don't act as if nothing can stop them. Most people act as if everything can stop them. A little difficulty, a little delay, a little discomfort, and they pull back. They shrink. They hesitate. But here's the truth you must learn early, or learn the hard way. You cannot wait to feel unstoppable before you act unstoppable. You act first. The feeling comes later. That's the foundation. That's the mindset. That's the beginning of every great journey. And I've said it for years. Success is predictable. It's not luck, and it's not magic. It's hard work and discipline. But before the discipline comes a decision. A decision to step forward with courage instead of waiting for permission. A decision to bet on yourself instead of doubting yourself. A decision to believe that your future can be better than your past, and that you can make it so. Let's talk about this mindset of the unstoppable. You become unstoppable the day you decide that you will not be controlled by excuses anymore. Excuses are powerful, if you let them be, but so is discipline, so is desire, so is responsibility. Your job, your life, your future will rise or fall on the choices you make about your attitude. The world doesn't give strength first. It gives resistance. It gives pressure. It gives the test. The strength comes after you push through. So the question becomes, how will you push? With fear or with certainty? That's where the act as if principle becomes your greatest tool. Some people hear the phrase act as if and think it means faking. No, that's not it at all. Acting as if is not pretending to be something you're not. It's practicing who you want to become. You act confident until confidence grows. You act disciplined until discipline becomes your nature. You act courageous until courage becomes your instinct. It's a training of the mind, a conditioning of your identity, a way to loosen the chains of old habits by introducing the habits of a new life. Because here's what I learned. Your mind follows your actions more than your actions follow your mind. Most people wait to feel ready, but readiness rarely comes. You start. You move. You step into the unknown, and suddenly, you become the kind of person who can handle it. Before you can lead your life, you must lead your thinking. That's where self-leadership begins. Self-leadership says, I won't let fear be my decision maker. I won't let doubt be my advisor. I won't let my past control my future. The unstoppable person does not wait for perfect conditions. They create movement where others freeze. They choose growth where others choose comfort. They choose discipline where others choose ease. And let me tell you something. Your life changes the moment you start expecting more from yourself than anyone else expects from you. That shift, that internal shift, makes you powerful. It makes you strong. It makes you difficult to defeat. Because the person who leads themselves cannot be controlled by the outside world. They rise. They build. They endure. They overcome. The three questions that build an unstoppable mind. If you want to adopt this mindset, ask yourself three simple questions. Who do I decide to become today? Not who was I yesterday. Not who do others think I am, but who do I choose to be now? What behavior matches the future I want? Success is built by acting like the person you want to become. Before you become them, what would I do today? If I truly believed nothing could stop me, that one question alone can reshape your entire direction. Most people ask, what if I fail? But the unstoppable mind asks, what if I don't give up? That question awakens potential. It awakens courage. It awakens action. The foundation, belief plus discipline plus action. To cultivate the unstoppable mindset, you need three pillars. 1. A belief strong enough to challenge your fears. Not blind belief. Not fantasy. A belief grounded in your desire for a better life. 2. A discipline that respects the future you want. Discipline is the proof that you're serious. It's the evidence of belief. 3. A consistent action that tells the world, I'm coming. I'm moving. Get ready. And when these three come together, When you act as if nothing can stop you, a strange thing happens. Life begins to respond. Doors open. Opportunities appear. Momentum builds. You become a force. My friend, this is the foundation. The mindset, the starting point of the unstoppable. Not arrogance, but confidence. Not fantasy, but discipline. Not pretending, but becoming. This is how you begin. This is how you rise. This is how you build a life that bends to your will. Act as if nothing can stop you. And soon enough, nothing will. Your life begins in your mind. Every choice, every action, every success or failure starts with a thought. And that's why this part matters. Because most people live as if their thoughts are random. They let doubt speak louder than courage. They let fear whisper instructions while strength sits quietly. But the unstoppable person, the person who acts as if nothing can stop them, understands this truth. Your inner dialogue becomes your outer reality. Think about it. You may want success, freedom, joy, and accomplishment. You may dream of wealth, influence, or mastery. But if your mind is constantly saying, I can't do this, I'm not ready, it's too hard, then your outer world will obey your mind. You will act small. You will hesitate. You will shrink from opportunity. Your reality is simply your thoughts in motion. Now, most people don't see this. They blame circumstances. They blame luck. They blame the economy, the market, the weather, anything but themselves. But let me tell you something. The difference between someone who succeeds and someone who fails often isn't talent. It isn't resources. It isn't luck. It's control of their own mind. Because the person who masters their thoughts masters their life. Your mind is like a radio. Right now, it may be tuned to fear, doubt, or worry. The question is, will you change the station? You see, thoughts are powerful, and words spoken or unspoken are the vehicles of those thoughts. They shape your feelings, your decisions, your behaviors. They are the invisible architects of your destiny. The unstoppable person learns to train their mind. They watch their thoughts. They challenge them. They correct them when they wander toward weakness. Here's how you do it. 1. Become aware of your self-talk. Listen to the voice in your head. Notice how often it discourages you. Notice how often it repeats old failures. 2. Replace limiting thoughts with empowering ones. When your mind says, I can't, respond with, I can and I will learn. When your mind says it's too hard, respond with, this challenge will make me stronger. 3. Repeat positive affirmations until they feel natural. The mind adapts. The subconscious believes what it hears repeatedly. Speak life into your own mind. Remember the principle. You must act as if nothing can stop you. But how can you act as if your mind is whispering defeat? It begins here. It begins in your thoughts. You practice thinking as a winner first. Before the action comes the mindset. The inner dialogue creates the outer action. If your mind believes you are unstoppable, your behavior follows. Your choices follow. Your opportunities follow. Here's a truth most people forget. The mind is like a garden. You can plant weeds, and they will grow. You can plant flowers, and they will bloom. Neglect your thoughts, and doubt and fear flourish. Tend your thoughts, and courage and creativity grow. Daily mental discipline is the soil of your success. Every thought you nurture today becomes a step toward the life you want tomorrow. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. And self-education begins with your mind. It begins with imagination. It begins with thinking about what's possible, rather than focusing on what isn't. Imagine yourself acting as if nothing can stop you. Imagine yourself walking through challenges without hesitation. Imagine yourself succeeding in ways you never thought possible. The mind begins to accept that as reality. And soon, your actions align with those thoughts. Your life starts to change not because the world changed, but because you did. The daily practice of thought control. This is not a one-time lesson. It's a daily practice. And it's simple but not easy. Each day, take a few moments to Reflect on your thoughts. Discard the ones that weaken you. Strengthen the ones that empower you. Speak life into yourself. Visualize the person you are becoming. Even 5 minutes a day will shift your inner dialogue. Over weeks and months, you will notice a remarkable transformation. Your mindset will shift from hesitation to action, from fear to courage, from doubt to unstoppable belief. Your life is a reflection of your thinking. Control your mind, and you control your destiny. If you want to act as if nothing can stop you, you must start here. Train your thoughts. Command your inner dialogue. Believe in your ability before you see the results. When you do this, when you consistently choose thoughts that empower rather than diminish, you create the fertile ground for action, momentum, and unstoppable progress. And remember this, you are stronger than you think. You are closer than you realize. You are capable of more than you imagine. Your thoughts are the spark. Your actions are the fire. And together, they will light the path to the life you deserve. You know, most people wait to feel ready. They wait for confidence to arrive like a guest at a dinner party. They wait for the perfect moment. They wait for all the stars to align. And while they wait, life passes by. Opportunities vanish. Dreams fade. But the person who succeeds, the person who acts as if nothing can stop them, understands a simple truth. You act first, and confidence follows. Self-belief is not something you're born with. It's not a gift some people get and others don't. Self-belief is built. It's forged. It grows from action. It grows from effort. It grows from doing the things that scare you the most. When you act as if you are capable, when you step into the arena, even with trembling hands, you discover something remarkable. You are capable. Your actions teach your mind what your mind could not teach itself. Your actions prove to your subconscious that you are stronger, braver, and more resilient than you ever imagined. Here's a secret most people never realize. You will never feel completely ready. There will always be a reason to wait. There will always be a fear, a doubt, or an excuse. The unstoppable person learns to act despite this. They learn to step forward before they feel ready. They embrace the discomfort. They trust themselves. And they allow readiness to emerge from action. Because here's the law. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is moving forward in spite of it. When you act as if you are confident, capable, and unstoppable, something powerful happens. The world begins to respond. Doors open. People take notice. Opportunities appear. Not because the world has changed, but because you have changed. Your actions broadcast a message to yourself and everyone around you that you are not to be underestimated. Your life begins to bend toward possibility. Your habits, your decisions, your focus, all begin to align with the person you are becoming. Self-belief is also built on small wins. Every step forward, no matter how tiny, reinforces the message. I am capable. You make a phone call you've been avoiding. You complete a project you thought you couldn't finish. You speak up when you normally stay silent. You take a risk, and it works. Or even if it fails, you survive. Each of these actions is a brick in the foundation of belief. Over time, these bricks accumulate into a fortress of confidence. And when you reach this place, you no longer wait for readiness. You create readiness through action. Let me tell you something. There is a voice in all of us. A voice that doubts. A voice that whispers, "You're not ready. You can't do this. Maybe later." That voice is normal. It's natural. But it is not law. It does not have to dictate your life. You respond to that voice by acting anyway. By stepping forward anyway. By proving to yourself that you are stronger than your doubts. Acting before you feel ready. That is the essence of self-belief. That is how winners are made. That is how the unstoppable are born. Here's another truth. When you act as if you are unstoppable, when you take bold steps before you feel ready, you inspire others to do the same. Your self-belief radiates. It influences people around you. It creates opportunities. It attracts allies. It builds momentum. You become a force. Not because you are fearless, but because you refuse to let fear stop you. The practical steps to build self-belief. 1. Start small, but start now. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Take the first step toward your goal today. 2. Do the uncomfortable things. Growth resides just beyond your comfort zone. Every act of courage, no matter how small, reinforces your belief. 3. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Each step forward matters. Each effort counts. Acknowledge it. Reward it. Let it strengthen your confidence. 4. Keep repeating the mantra, I act as if I am unstoppable. I act as if nothing can stop me. Over time, this becomes your truth. The person who succeeds is not the one who waits to feel ready. They are the one who steps forward in spite of fear. They are the one who acts as if victory is already theirs. They are the one who understands this simple truth. Action precedes confidence. Belief follows doing. Courage is built by stepping into the arena. So today, take that step. Make that call. Start that project. Say the words. Do the work. Even if you feel scared, even if you feel unprepared, act as if nothing can stop you. Because the moment you do, self-belief begins to grow. Confidence begins to rise. Momentum begins to build. And soon enough, you will discover something remarkable. You were unstoppable all along. Success, real, lasting success, does not happen in a single moment of inspiration. It does not come from a single act of courage or brilliance. It comes from 1,000 small steps, taken day after day, with intention, with focus, and with courage. If you want to act as if nothing can stop you, if you want to be unstoppable, then you must understand this truth. Your daily behaviors determine your destiny. The world is full of people with big dreams. They have visions, plans, and ideas. But without action, those dreams remain nothing more than imagination. Here's the secret of the unstoppable. They focus on the next right action today. They don't worry about the entire mountain. They climb one step at a time. One small win compounds into another. One habit reinforces another. And suddenly, months or years later, you look up and realize you've moved farther than you ever thought possible. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines, practiced every day. This is the essence of the unstoppable mindset. Daily habits, consistent effort, bold behaviors, all done with the belief that you cannot be stopped. Daily habits that create unstoppable momentum. 1. Start your day with intention. The first moments of your morning set the tone for the entire day. What do you focus on first thing in the morning? Gratitude? Planning? Reading something inspiring? These small choices signal to your mind, today, I am taking control. 2. Take decisive action immediately. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Stop procrastinating until the right time. The unstoppable act before conditions are perfect. They move forward, even when the path is unclear. Action feeds belief. Belief feeds courage. And momentum builds naturally. 3. Set small, achievable goals. Every day, ask yourself, what is one thing I can do today that moves me closer to my goal? Achieving these small steps becomes a series of wins. Wins reinforce confidence. Confidence reinforces action. 4. Reflect on your progress nightly. The end of the day is a chance to evaluate. Did you take the actions that matter? Did you act as if nothing could stop you? Even small victories should be celebrated. They are proof of growth. Here's something most people overlook. Consistency is far more powerful than occasional brilliance. You don't need one perfect day. You don't need one huge breakthrough. You need the courage to keep showing up every day, to do the right things, even when it's hard, even when no one is watching. The unstoppable understand this law of life. Daily effort compounds into extraordinary results. Think of it like water on stone. A single drop seems insignificant, but over time, it can carve mountains. Daily habits are those drops. Persist long enough, and impossible things become possible. Mindset and behavior are inseparable. If you truly act as if nothing can stop you, your behaviors follow naturally. You will speak with confidence, make decisions decisively, Treat every obstacle as temporary. Pursue your goals with relentless focus. Daily, small, intentional actions reinforce your mindset. And over time, your mind becomes unstoppable. Because your actions prove to it that it can succeed. Resistance is inevitable. Some days motivation is low. Some days energy is drained. Some days the obstacles feel enormous. But here's the truth. Discipline outlasts motivation. The unstoppable don't wait for inspiration. They act despite fatigue, doubt, and fear. They push through resistance because they know that progress is earned in these moments. The small, consistent behaviors create a force that momentum cannot stop. Practical examples of daily unstoppable behaviors. Read or learn for 30 minutes a day. Knowledge compounds. Exercise consistently. Strength in body reinforces strength in mind. Write down your top 3 priorities every morning. Focus creates results. Take bold action, no matter how small. Every step builds confidence. Review wins and lessons daily. Reflection ensures growth. It's not glamorous. It's not dramatic. But it's unstoppable. If you want to act as if nothing can stop you, you must live it daily. Your mindset alone is not enough. Your desire alone is not enough. Your thoughts alone are not enough. You must back them up with action. Daily action. Consistent action. Bold action. Remember this. Motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. The unstoppable cultivate habits that reinforce their mindset. They turn courage into discipline. They turn belief into action. They turn small daily victories into monumental success. Act as if nothing can stop you, and then do the work every day to prove it. Before long, your life begins to reflect the unstoppable person you are becoming. You've learned something powerful over the past few moments. You've discovered the mindset of the unstoppable, how to train your thoughts to create your reality, how belief precedes action, even before you feel ready, how daily behaviors turn bold intentions into momentum. Now comes the final piece, turning all that inner work into extraordinary results. Because here's a truth few people fully grasp. Thought alone cannot achieve success. Belief alone will not move mountains. Momentum alone will not create a legacy. Action does. Persistent, intelligent, consistent action is the final bridge between your potential and your reality. Acting as if meets doing. You've learned to act as if nothing can stop you. You've trained your mind. You've built self-belief. You've created unstoppable daily habits. But the world does not reward potential. It rewards results. It rewards those who take what's inside them and turn it into something visible, something tangible, something real. Here's the principle. Inner mastery without outer action is wasted potential. Action without inner mastery is reckless effort. When you combine unstoppable mindset with persistent action, you create an unstoppable life. Think about it this way. Most people never achieve extraordinary results because they quit too soon. They lose faith when the first obstacle appears. They doubt themselves when the first failure hits. They wait for inspiration to strike, and it never comes. But the unstoppable, they persist. They act anyway. They continue even when fear whispers. You're not ready. You can't do this. And here's the magic. When you continue despite doubt, despite discomfort, despite fatigue, you enter a zone where transformation happens. It's the space where ordinary people give up and extraordinary people rise. Extraordinary results are the natural outcome of small, consistent actions aligned with bold belief. Look back over your life. Chances are, your biggest successes weren't sudden. They were the sum of repeated effort over time. 1,000 small decisions, 1,000 daily steps, 1,000 moments of choosing action over hesitation. This is why the principle is so simple and yet so overlooked. Do the work. Show up consistently. Trust the process. Act as if nothing can stop you. No path to extraordinary results is without setbacks. Every obstacle is a test of your determination. Every challenge is an opportunity to prove your inner strength. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Why? Because your ability to persist, to learn, to adapt, is what turns action into results. It's not luck. It's not timing. It's resilience. The person who can fall, rise, and keep moving, day after day, week after week, month after month, becomes unstoppable. The daily practice that creates extraordinary results. 1. Review your goals every morning. See where you are going. Visualize success. Feel the life you are creating. 2. Take decisive action immediately. Momentum begins with movement. One bold step creates a ripple effect. 3. Measure progress, not perfection. Small wins matter. They build confidence. They build momentum. 4. Reflect and adjust daily. Learn from setbacks. Refine your approach. Keep moving forward. 5. Act as if victory is already yours. The mind and body will align with your actions. Obstacles shrink. Opportunities appear. Confidence grows. Extraordinary results are the reward of unstoppable action. When you act as if nothing can stop you, when you control your thoughts, when you build self-belief, when you create powerful daily habits, and when you refuse to quit, you stop being ordinary. You stop waiting for the world to hand you success. You start creating it. You become the architect of your destiny. Extraordinary results are not reserved for the talented. They are not reserved for the lucky. They are reserved for the disciplined, for the persistent, for those who combine inner mastery with relentless action. So now, take a moment, look inside yourself, and ask, am I willing to act as if nothing can stop me? Am I willing to train my mind, build my belief, and commit to daily action? Am I willing to persist even when the road is difficult until extraordinary results are mine? If the answer is yes, then you are on the path of the unstoppable. Remember, success is predictable. It is not luck. It is not magic. It is the result of belief, discipline, and consistent action. Act as if. Push forward. Refuse to quit. And extraordinary results will follow. Because you are not meant to be ordinary. You are meant to be unstoppable. So, my friend, you've learned the mindset of the unstoppable. You've trained your thoughts. You've built self-belief. You've mastered daily behaviors, and you've discovered how to turn all of this into extraordinary results. But learning is only the beginning. Knowledge without action is wasted potential. Ideas without execution are dreams that fade. Now it's your turn. Step forward. Act as if nothing can stop you. Push past fear. Persist past doubt. Keep showing up every day until your victories speak for themselves. Remember, you are stronger than your challenges. You are braver than your fears. You are capable of more than you imagine. Success is waiting, but it waits only for those who act. So rise, move, lead yourself first, and let the unstoppable life you are capable of living unfold. Because the only thing standing between you and your victory is the action you take today. Act now, act bold, act unstoppable, and your life will never be the same.